The chapel is empty because the people have gone home. And today they gathered here, came from all around the lake to listen to a message which I heard in its entirety. And let me tell you, folks, there's some things that you don't want to do. And taking the advice, anyone who takes advice, the one who gives advice is going to be accountable for the advice given. And the advice that, was given here today was not a real good advice, because good advice is, let not many of you become teachers. And you say, well, I'm not a teacher. I just want to lead you to Jesus. Oh, you want to introduce me or lead me to Jesus. And you think that that is what it's all about, is leading people to Jesus. Well, that's not quite it. I heard the message today, and it was the message, it had something to do with the man who went to see Paul while he was in Rome. And Paul was in Rome for at least 2 years. And I really don't think you can stay in your own rented, quarters and have a chain. But some people, I don't think you're going to have to rent your own quarters if you're in prison, is what I'm trying to say. So anyway, Paul made it to Rome, and if you read the history book, you can see that he stayed for 2 full years in his own rented quarters, and that was 2,000 years ago, folks. I mean, this was a while ago when Paul was there. We are 2,000 years past Paul. Paul never saw a motor on a boat, and Paul never saw an airplane in the sky. But Paul did travel by boat, and he walked, and I'm sure at some time or another he might have ridden an animal. But that's neither here nor there, because just 200 years ago, there were no cars or streets all over the United States. But at least 200 years ago, the United States was, becoming something. Because until there was a 4th of July, and some people, made an announcement to some rulers, we're not going to be under your authority anymore. We're going to be free. And the United States has been free to some extent for over 200 years. I guess in 76, I guess it's over 200. This is the 241st year, you could say, that I can say that the United States has, had a Declaration of Independence. Well, folks, I hate to tell you that if somebody told you that they led you, to Jesus, I want you to think about that, and you might find out that they haven't led you to Jesus. They might have led you into a deception a deception of which you may not escape, because if Satan can kill you while he has you captive, I really don't know how free you are. But you say, well, they led me to Jesus. They told me to do this and to do that, and I did it. Well, I'm not denying or doubting that you did it. I'm just wanting to see, what have you done? Have you done what you should have done? Or were you deceived by someone with a message that was really no message at all? Because the message is repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.